Okay, a few brief tips on this utility analyst assignment. So this is the end of the project here, but there are kind of two failure points, I think, that are creating problems with getting to the end of the assignment. The first one is we already talked about a little bit in class. When you create this line, you would be tempted to do something like this, where I'm going to create my medium voltage line and I just go ahead and click along the line here. But if you read the instructions carefully, instead of doing that, the instructions, I'm going to discard those edits. The instructions actually tell you to make three separate lines. So one that connects here, another line that connects here, and another line that connects there. And so that's one reason why you only got 15 selected features instead of 17, because this was a single line with many vertices. Um, Again, I don't think it should break the functionality of the lab, but it might lead to a problem later. The other one that occurred is with the process of utility subnetwork. So it's the last step in the lab, create a subnetwork. And when you create the subnetwork, it's supposed to validate, or it's supposed to create a situation where basically all of your points are connected. And eventually you're supposed to verify that the transformer you created here has attributes that indicate when you click on it. Let me see here, maybe easiest to do it this way. Um, when you click on it, the attributes should show that it's connected is true, and that the network name, subnetwork name is RM1001. Um, People are getting unknown or maybe even false here. And the reason for that is if you haven't created your, your broader connectivity to the existing utility network over here toward the west, by by connecting the connection point here that exists already when you open this project up, and your other created items, then you will not, when you run the validate subnetwork tool here in the geoprocessing pane, I'm sorry, the update subnetwork tool, you will not get the proper attributes because your entire network isn't connected here. So I'm suspecting that's part of the problem. Um, Also, when you zoom in here, you shouldn't be too worried that there is no connection, because that's implied by the fact that you've done some of the associations before. And so you should have, when you zoom out, a totally valid network. The final thing I will say is when you do get to just before you create the subnetwork, again, sorry, um, you should zoom all the way out, make sure none of your features are selected. And then under the utility network, you should go to validate entire extent. That should solve the problem. I would give those a shot. But the subnetwork, creation of subnetwork situation isn't as crucial as the other points. So if you do get stuck, submit it, and there'll be a very, very minor penalty. Um, and that's about it. The one other thing that I wanted to mention that is a useful thing to take away from this lab or assignment is when you're doing something like editing. Like say I'm adding some points here, and I want to add a point, say up to the northwest. If I hold down the C key, the key for C as in cauliflower, on my keyboard, I can actually move as if I'm using the Explorer tool here. So that can be pretty useful when you're digitizing or doing other things, and you just want to move your view around or even zoom it in or out. With that, let me know if you run into any more problems. I'll extend the deadline for this to Monday at 11:59 p.m. If you're taking this class during the fall or spring, sorry, of 2021. All right, with that, good luck, and I'll see you in class next time.